Hi, everybody. This is a skit that demonstrates working with a student during post-conference and thinking about the clinical judgment model and paying attention to whether the student has anything within herself that might be traumatic when she was taking care of the patient. So this is Katie, and she's going to present to me her patient, Janet. Hi, Katie. How did your day go today?
To be honest, it was a little rough today, Ms. Marcus.
Can you tell me a little bit about the patient you took care of?
Yeah, sure. So Janet was my patient. She's married with 2 children, and she was admitted to the hospital for a suicide attempt.
Okay. Do you have a sense of what precipitated this suicide attempt?
Well, it sounds like her little girl Jane was born about 3 months ago, and just 2 days ago, her husband found her in the bathroom, and she was pulling out a whole bunch of medications from different medication bottles. When he asked her what she was doing, she just burst out crying and said she felt like she couldn't take care of the baby, that she wasn't enough, and that she would never be enough, and that she was a terrible mother. So her husband took her to the hospital, and that's when they admitted her as a voluntary admission.
Okay. So when you were assessing her today, what types of things did you see when you were assessing her?
She seemed really sad. She was crying all the time, and it didn't look like she could take care of her needs at all, like any of her personal hygiene.
Okay. And what observations did you have that made you come to that conclusion that she couldn't take care of her her personal hygiene? What'd you see?
Well, she was kind of isolating herself. She just kept to herself. Her robe, she was still in the patient gown, and it looked like her hair hadn't been done for the last 2 days.
So with the observations you had, how did you analyze them to determine what to do next?
Well, I thought maybe if I sat with her for a little bit and offered her something to drink, maybe she might eat something.
Oh, that's good. That's a really good assessment, and using your assessment, that was a good way to analyze it and figure out what to do.
It seemed like she didn't have enough energy actually to eat.
Okay.
So that's why I thought maybe if she got something to drink, maybe it would inspire her to eat.
And sitting with her. So that she wasn't alone. Yeah.
She didn't want to talk to me though. Okay. So that's why I just sat with her.
Okay, but you didn't leave, which is really good. And I think that it's hard when patients don't talk to you, but it's so important to stay with her. So as you were taking care of her, what did you feel in terms of providing the care?
I kind of feel like I knew what she was feeling. Jake, my son, when he was born, I had postpartum depression too. And I was so ashamed of myself. I hated myself. But I didn't tell Janet any of that because I figured it wouldn't be professional. It's not about me. So I just sat with her, but I really felt like I understood where she was coming from.
Well, I'm glad you're sharing that, because often when we take care of patients, we might see something in them that we feel, because human beings, sometimes, we experience something similar, and sometimes that really can do something inside of us. But you slowed down enough to recognize the patient need and to be able to separate your feelings from your thoughts, which would provide good patient care. The next step also is to recognize that you do have needs as well. And so knowing how to replenish those needs after taking care of someone where there's a collaboration like that and it brings out something inside of you, it's really important to figure out how to replenish. So how could you do that?
Miss Marcus, we have lab right after this, and I have to study it. I just don't have time for any of that.
Yeah, I know that nursing school is really hard. I know it. It's like bam, 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 bam. This morning you had clinical, then you have lab, and then you have your own life. I realize that. So the deal though is to figure out how to do something that's short, so that you can replenish. Because if you don't, what happens is we get burnt out, and then we don't enjoy nursing as much as we could, right? So I want you to think of something short. For example, it's 10 minutes between the hospital here and school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could listen to a song and sing along. What types of things can you do within that 10 minutes?
Well, I guess I could do that. I
Mhm.
mean, I really like music. It normally really uplifts me.
Mm-hmm.
Does it count if I stop at Starbucks and maybe get a iced coffee?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Starbucks is on the way, and that's great replenishment for sure. Okay, the other thing though is when you go home, when you're leaving lab,
Okay.
and you're now going to go home to Jake and company, right? And I want you to be able to be there for them too, but also to take care of something that you need so you have something when you go home. So what types of things can you do in that transition between school and home?
Well, there is this one crime podcast
Mm-hmm.
that I like to listen to. It's so good.
Oh, good.
So good.
Okay.
I guess I could listen to the podcast and if I have some time, maybe sit in the driveway for a few minutes
Okay.
and collect myself.
Good. Okay, that's really good. So the other thing is that knowing when you've done enough. Okay, so you did clinical, you gave good care. You're going to do lab, which will reinforce some of the things that we're talking about. After you do I would like you to do your reflection paper, do your Columbia, upload it to Canvas, and then be done with nursing school for the day. Seriously, because you've done a lot. And then I want you to be able to take care of your needs some, so that, the next day is that you don't go into the next day all drained.
Okay. All right. So I don't do any more things on psych. I don't look up any postpartum suicide or anything like that to kind of help me.
You can do that in the next day or so. You can do that to prepare for class on Friday. But right now, you need to know when to stop too. So when you're assessing your own self, right? You did clinical, you're gonna do lab, you're gonna upload the deliverables for clinical, then you're gonna go be you. Take care of you and enjoy your family. Knowing how to balance is important.
That's really hard, but I'm going to try, Miss Marcus. I'll try.
Thank you very much for giving me a really good idea of the care that you gave to Janet and then how that affected you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Miss Marcus.